Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do some kitchen freezer cleanup, spring cleaning type of stuff. We're also going to have a little chat with me. I know some of you might not like that, but I'll have timestamps down for you for you can just skip what you don't like, watch what you do like. But today I went into the freezer to get something that just for breakfast, and was like, there is so many bags of chicken bones and so much stuff that I need to go through. So I pulled everything out from one portion of the freezer, like one side of it, and cleaned it out. And here's what I've got that I need to go through. So I pulled everything out from just like one compartment in my freezer, but all of this is chicken bones. There's even some turkey bones in there, which is not from Thanksgiving. It's from like January, but this has been in there forever. I need to use that soon. Other stuff hasn't necessarily been in there for a super long time, but I do need to work through it. So first I'm going to do is get some chicken broth going. I'm going to do chicken and turkey. It's fine. It'll be fine. We're going to get some of that going. Let's get our big stock pot out here. I'm not going to use all of these bones in today's batch, but I'm going to be working through this. I don't do any canning, so when I make batches of chicken broth, I will freeze it. That's just how I do it. Using some of the smaller ones, that way I can get more of them out of the freezer. I even got to the point where some of these weren't labeled, which is dangerous. That one, the bone punctured a hole in the bag. And just put that inside of another bag. I'm not going to try labeling them now because once they're like in the freezer, they've got any form of condentation. It's really hard to label them. But that punctured it again. All right, we're gonna add some more bones in because these ones keep puncturing. Probably more bones than I need. It's gonna be really, really rich, but that's okay. I haven't been saving veggie scraps lately, but if I was, I would pull them out of the freezer and add them in. Just gonna cut off a couple, not as great spots of this celery. You don't need pretty looking produce though for this. Just making sure my celery doesn't have any like dirt in it because it has been washed, but can't really see until you get down in between the stalks. So just a rough chop, we're gonna throw that in. We're gonna go ahead and do the rest of the celery I have in the fridge because I don't use celery a ton. The ends are getting a little brown, not like moldy, but just they're getting old. I also have some onions. I might just do, if I won't use all of these. Just making sure they look okay here. They do. Oh, that one's got a not super great spot, but that's okay. The rest is fine. You can put as much or as little of the scraps as you are comfortable with. I don't know. Sometimes I put like the skins in, like the peels, and sometimes I don't. So do one more onion. Cutting in half or quarters is good enough, but I just want to get a good look at these, make sure they're all fine. They are. All right, so I don't have enough of my filtered water to fill this, so I filled it as much as I could. I've got more water filtering. I will add more as we go. We're going to let this go all day long. Here is what's left. So what I'm going to do is make a list. Some is just like staples, like I like to keep pizza dough, but I'm going to put that on my list. I'm going to make a list of everything I pulled out of here. Some of it, like this is my husband's bread. We just put it in the freezer because it takes him a little longer to use a loaf and we don't want it to go bad. So I'm going to make a list. All right, so here's what I decided to do. I tend to keep all meat, uncooked meat anyway, in this side. And I've just been pulling from our freezer outside, bringing it in, working through it. I was keeping this to be like all frozen veggies and fruit, and this be kind of everything else. But this is kind of all got messed with. So I think I actually am going to pull all of this stuff out and make a list of everything there as well. All right, it may not look a lot better to you, and I know I'm like blocking the light where I'm standing, but again, this is just, I don't always know what's in here, but I do each time I bring more stuff in from the outside freezer. So that's not a big deal for me to sort. This still looks kind of like a mess, but I wrote down everything I have. I did pull some more butter from the fridge and put it to the freezer because I buy it when it's on sale and buy a bunch of it. And some of that needed to be moved to the freezer once it was approaching the date. So yeah, I kind of got it reorganized and I made a list. So I'm going to try to come up with a meal plan based on what I just looked at. All right, so I have been sitting down looking at recipes and made up a meal plan, kind of. I don't know what days yet or even when I'm going to start it. Like tonight, we're just having leftovers. I did just add some more water to my pot. I want to add a little bit more, but I don't know if you can hear it. My water filter is still filtering. Sounds like a water feature. But for the freezer, just a tip, probably would have thought of this, but I just used a warm cloth, like warm water, and wiped it out and then went in with a towel to dry it because it's really hard to like clean the freezer because everything just freezes. Anyways, so I was able to, I made a little list and then I noted things that like are not from the freezer that I either have or still needed. So like some of them I just wrote veggie needed, like I did chicken and rice. So chicken thighs, making rice, that's from the pantry, but I'm going to use the chicken broth that's in the freezer. Plus I'm going to be adding a lot more chicken broth. And I'm going to combine that with the rice cauliflower, combine that together. And then I'm going to use the rotisserie chicken that's in there. It's already cooked, and I'll use that with the leftover because probably the rice and cauliflower rice combo will end up being enough for 2 meals. So yeah, I found a recipe to make pizza sauce with tomato paste, and I have some tomato paste in the freezer. Just things like that. Garlic bread with the brioche buns. So yeah, I wrote out 6 meals using a lot of stuff from the freezer. And then I have a few more things on the list that I'll be using, like the diced onion. I'm not in a rush to use that. That I'll just pull out anytime I need onion for a recipe. So anyways, it feels good to get that done. There are 2 bags of chicken bones still in the freezer to do more chicken broth with soon. So yeah, I'll have to work on that at some point. It's actually been a pretty busy day for me. I've just done some cleaning and laundry, and I'm working on some crafts for my other channel. And so I'm not like filming all of that. So I'm not doing like a full on day in the life, but I'm going to be honest with you. I've been struggling with this channel. I've been struggling with filming. I've been struggling knowing what to film. I feel like I know if you're not used to or understanding the YouTube algorithm, which I'll be honest, I don't fully understand it. I don't think anybody fully does. I really don't. But I feel like my channel has been damaged from initially when I first started the channel. I did lots of different types of content. I used to do my DIYs on this channel as well. And I don't do that anymore, but YouTube really likes to lock you in. And so they really don't want to share anything unless I'm doing like a grocery haul. My channel's doing worse now than it did in the past. And I get it. I understand. Some people just don't want to watch my stuff, and that's okay. I'm not naive to think that like everybody who comes across my channel is going to love me. But I am just really struggling with what to do there. So that's why I haven't been filming much. I just haven't known what to film. I like to share recipes, but I'm not going to do, 4 or 5 new recipes every week. That's just not real life. We do a lot of the same things. We do some leftovers. I love to try out new recipes, and I do film those when I have those, but not necessarily enough for every single week. So I'm just working on possibly some rebranding of this channel or possibly ending this channel and trying something different. So I don't know. Stay tuned. I'll be definitely on this channel for a little while. I'm working on working with some companies coming up, so I'm not going to just like bail on that. So I'm going to, I'm still trying to revamp some stuff on this channel to see if I can make it work. But I do have the thought of possibly just starting a different channel. Anyways, if you're into the crafting thing, if you did not know, I do have a channel called Simply Enjoying Crafting. It is always linked down in my description box. I do 1 video a week over there, and that's going fairly well compared to this channel and how long it's been around for. But I don't want to bore you with all of that, but I did kind of want to let you know because it's been a while since I've been posting super consistently. And I, in a sense, I know what I want to do on my channel, but I don't know how to do it in a way that YouTube will recognize it. And I'm not looking to like blow up and be like a big channel. I'm really not. But I would like the efforts to pay off a little bit. And YouTube doesn't even always show subscribers the videos that they're subscribed to. if they think you're no longer interested in them. So 2 things that I can think of off the top of my head, and this isn't just for me. If you like a channel, if you subscribe to them, watch a few videos. Even if you don't watch any of them or if you don't watch all of them, watch several of them, regularly for at least a little bit to help YouTube know. And don't just go huge long times without watching them. Also, the simple task of hitting the thumbs up button and commenting, even if it's just an emoji, that interaction helps the channel, but it also helps YouTube know that you're enjoying that channel. I don't know why they don't just show them to you. If you subscribe, that should be enough, but you need to subscribe. You need to hit the notification bell. You can adjust notifications on your individual device, but the notification bell is for YouTube. So for instance, I've gone in and changed my notifications on my phone because I don't like a lot of notifications on my phone. I don't like to be constantly distracted by that. But I have notifications on for channels that I love so that when I go to YouTube, I get those notifications. So you can alter within YouTube and within your device, like, are you getting emails every time someone's posted, or are you just getting like the flag notification on your, on your homepage? Another thing that I would suggest is when you log into YouTube, you can watch from I think it's called the homepage. I'm going to look really quick. Yes, just the homepage. And they may show you some people that you're subscribed to in there, but if you go to your subscription page, this is on the computer or on your phone, that's going to be where you're going to find the people you're subscribed to. That's also how you're going to see community posts, at least on your phone. The community tab posts are not showing up on subscription feeds on the computer yet, and I don't know why. It's really frustrating. But just wanted to put that out there. It's my little PSA. YouTube is really a struggle when it comes to, I'm a smaller channel, but even bigger channels, you'll notice a lot of times their views are still so much less than their subscribers. And I understand some people don't subscribe for all of my content. They only subscribe for one type of content, and that's okay. I'm glad you're here if you're watching whatever you're watching. But sometimes they will unsubscribe people or just stop showing them their videos. So your engagement with a channel helps YouTube be like, oh, they do want to still be engaged with this channel. So that's it for now. All right, here's what my chicken broth is doing. Oh, that's hot. Yeah, that was stupid. Should have known that. Let's try that again. It is smelling amazing in this house. I told my husband when he was leaving, I was like, hey, listen, don't be deceived when you come home because it's going to smell amazing in this house. We're having leftovers for dinner. Not that he minds leftovers. They're good leftovers. But I was like, it's going to smell like I'm cooking, but I'm not. But I think I'm going to wrap up this video. But if you haven't done chicken broth, you don't can or anything like that, when this is done, I'm going to let it go for like as many hours as I can. I'll probably turn it off at like after 7 hours, maybe 8. You can let it go longer than that. I definitely have before. I didn't get it started super early this morning. Let it cool, strain it off. I'll just use like a mesh strainer to strain off all of the stuff you don't want in your chicken broth. And then when it's cooled, I will freeze it in quart bags. I'll probably do some 1 cup and some 2 cup measurements just because that's what I typically use for cooking. Hopefully it's going to be nice and gelatinous when it cools because of all the good nutrients that are coming out of the bones. So if you let it cool all of the way before you get around to freezing it, you may have to warm it up just a little bit to make it more liquid. But yeah, so I might not finish it all till tomorrow, which is why I'm just going to wrap the video up today. But I hope you enjoyed hanging out in the kitchen with me for a little bit of chat. Let me share my heart with you. I don't really do that very often. And I won't for most things in my life, but I don't mind sharing a little bit of my YouTube thoughts and struggles with you guys. But thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Remember, because that helps me out. Leave me a comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're not, make sure you are. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.